We've had really crazy cases at Goldberg and Rosen. From car accidents, when we look at the injuries, we have to look at the insurance coverage. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Florida, you're not required to have BI coverage.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody can hit you, and there might not be coverage. There might be only $10,000, or you could get lucky, and there might be $1 million in coverage. I think there's a stigma, too, with personal injury cases around car accidents. I got hit, I'm immediately entitled to some form of compensation. Well, that's the PIP side. You can go get treated with your PIP insurance. I've had people call me too. I was in an accident and I feel perfectly fine. Then why are you calling a personal injury attorney?
What good advice would you give all those good people outside right now?
You know your body. If something happens to you, don't delay. If something is wrong, obviously seek treatment. If you need help with anything, just call me. Some things overlap. They're like, oh, does this fall under this kind of law? Is it this one?
As we start, I just want to remind everybody, this is a great time to reach down there and take 2 seconds and click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the follow if you're on Facebook. We are on every single platform now, so we're asking everybody to help build up that subscription and our following. We're doing very well. We've eclipsed a couple of platform highs for us. So, hey, keep going. Keep sharing the information, too, because you guys are now sharing the videos and our shorts. And things are going really well. So we're asking you to help build this program up. Since we're doing so good for you, you do so good for us.
And there you have it.
Boom.
So don't forget to subscribe. So Jana Chebat is our guest today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me
Jana is an attorney, but we're not going to hold that against her.
Okay.
So we all don't like attorneys until we need one. We talked about that the first time that we met.
I'm one of the good ones, don't worry.
One of the good.
Okay. Good.
The specialty that Jana has is when someone gets in a car accident or a slip and fall or a medical malpractice or some sort of bad situation, she helps them not get screwed.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what she
all right.
Exactly. Personal injury trial attorney.
Yes,
That's what I do.
And the thing that intrigued me is that her law firm also works with other personal injury firms because they litigate and a lot of them don't.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I heard what she said, trial attorney. Which is a thing of the past for most times. Now it's called the personal injury settlement.
Settlements.
So now it's interesting to hear someone that's back into doing trial attorney work. I love that.
So, but the cool thing about Jana is she kind of struck me the same way that my buddy Charlie Chaplin, and yes, that's his real name, struck me as like, look, let me see if I can answer your questions first before we can even tell you if we can do anything, or you might have to do this thing on your own and, not hire an attorney and pay a bunch of fees because it's not that kind of case. And that impressed me. And then the second thing that impressed me is she's creating a lawyer referral network as another business.
Okay.
And my dad's an attorney. I always told my dad I wanted to go to law school, and he told me not to because there's too much reading and I hated school. So if I was an attorney, I think that would be the kind of method that I would want to do. I don't think I want to practice law.
Well, you can be the
I think I would just get the
networking,
and then
right?
refer, and then refer everybody,
Exactly.
right? So
Side
that's
note.
and that's what you're building.
Right.
Right.
Side note: if my last name was Chaplin, everybody would be named Charlie in my family. By the way, just to go ahead and make a side note on that. But no, that's interesting. Very interesting because again, knowing and dealing with lawyers, everybody wants to make it sound like we're getting ready to go and talk about trial, but it's gonna 99.9% of the time come out and be like, well, look, here's the offer that they gave you. What happened to us fighting, man? No.
Well, sometimes that offer comes after fighting. Sometimes you got your whole pre-suit process. Talking to adjusters, trying to get things settled. Then you file the lawsuit. Then you get an attorney on the file and you're fighting. And then suddenly it's like, all right, now the offers have gotten real. So now's the time to settle.
Real. So do you have a ballpark in your mind, ballpark frame of number? Let's say bad to great. I'm willing to listen in this area before you start.
Before I take on a claim?
No. But as you get the information going and you start seeing the evidence, and you're like, okay, this should fall somewhere between here and here.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we know, because so like Drew said, car accidents, slip and falls, and like we've had really crazy cases at Goldberg and Rosen. We handle everything from the car accidents to catastrophic injuries, right? Like we were on the Surfside case, you know, the building that collapsed. We were the lead attorneys, not me personally, but the partners at my firm. And so working with them for the last 4.5 years, I've learned a lot. And when we look at a case, we have to analyze really the client's injuries more than anything. When we look at the injuries, we have to look at the insurance coverage that's available. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but in Florida, you're not required to have BI coverage.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody can hit you and there might not be coverage. There might be only $10,000, or you could get lucky and there might be $1 million in coverage. But it's, do the injuries warrant the payout? Right? So when you have a client who's catastrophically injured and let's say they've had multiple surgeries, you can kind of figure, all right, this case should settle for this range, you know, 6 figures depending on the impact. Or if a client has had very conservative therapy, you know, some physical therapy, gone to see a specialist, it might settle on the lower range. But we do gauge based off of the medical treatment, what their bills are looking like. And we talk to the clients. That's one thing that our firm is really great at, and I think that's where we stand out, is that you're always speaking with your attorney. The only time you're not speaking with your attorney is if we're in a meeting, if we're on a hearing, a deposition, something where we can't actually be on the phone with them when they call in. But I provide the updates to my clients and I tell them like, this is what's going on. But I also get the info from them. You know, if they're in therapy for 2 months and they tell me that they feel absolutely great, then we have to have a real conversation on, you know, where the value of the case is.
So if you're used to talking to your clients and your firm has that policy where you're talking to your attorney, but you've also got this referral network, how is that going to work as you as the point person? How much contact will you have versus, like, let's say you got a property damage situation and you send it to Charlie. How much, and let's say it was my house. How much am I talking to you versus now talking to Charlie?
Well, I mean, I'm still with Goldberg and Rosen, and that's the plan for a while.
Of course.
So the referring things out, it's more of like referring to family law attorneys, referring to probate attorneys, commercial litigation stuff like Justin does. But when it comes to anything PI related, if, you know, a client calls me and says, hey, I'm perfectly fine, help me with my property damage, we can send a letter. We have no issues. Or if there's an attorney like Charlie, if he handles it, then I'll say, hey, get in touch with this attorney and he will talk to you. He'll do everything, but you can always call me. And I've done that before, you know, referred it out to probate attorneys who are friends of mine, family law attorneys, and the client will call me and I'll, you know, have a conversation with them and just check in, see how they're doing. If they have any questions about the attorney and they want me to step in, I'll talk to the attorneys, but I tell them up front, this is not my specialty.
Right. And then for those that don't know, a standard referral fee in the legal community that's allowed by the bar is 25%.
It depends on the types of cases. Yes, it's the type of case.
So if you're referring those, so your business model is the referrals that are paid on those, but you're also making sure that your clients are being handled by a top-notch attorney that you've vetted.
Some areas of law you don't pay referral fees. So I refer to my probates, my families, I don't get referral fees on that. The referral fees come because if I send another PI case to another attorney, let's say either my firm doesn't want to handle it because it's more of a pre-litigation type of case that we're not going to litigate, because we have a lot of cases.
Oh yeah,
I handle 100 cases on my own. Other attorneys do as well. So we have a lot of very serious cases. So if I get a call and I send it to another PI attorney, I stay on the file. That's how I get my referral fee.
So is your whole let's say process hurry up and wait then? It seems like it would be, right? Because you got to get them whatever the evidence is and then wait for a response.
Before you leave the referral fee, I got just a thought. Because I know it's generally about the settlement, you know, hey, because if you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Type theory is usually around 33 to 35%.
Yeah, exactly. Under the Florida bar, it's 33%, and then 40% for litigation, and then there are different tiers after that.
So would that referral fee come out of their 33%?
No, it comes out of the attorneys. fees.
So out of their 33%,
Yes.
okay, they'll give you, okay.
Right,
Perfect.
but that's if the attorney remains on the case.
Right.
So I have sent a smaller car accident case that I received to another attorney. And like I said, I've stayed in communication with the client. I talk to the client, I talk to the attorney just to check in. I make sure, because the only way in which you can receive the fee is if you stay on as co-counsel.
Right.
Because if not, that's breaking bar rules. I'm not doing that.
We're not breaking bar rules or encouraging such.
No, of course
Getting
not.
disbarred and going to jail is a bad thing.
It's a bad
Whatever,
thing.
you know.
So, okay,
Minor.
now you can move on to the other side. I
No,
just to ask
that's
that
a good
because,
question. So
you know.
no, but so I mean, you know, like what I do, it's all hurry up and wait, right? I get the order, I send in artwork, I get a proof, and you know, then I wait for an approval, I wait for shipping, etc. So like it seems like that would be the same with you, is you know, you can work on 100 cases because 80 of them you're waiting on a response from the insurance carrier.
Not necessarily, no, because in that time period, you're checking in with clients, making sure that everything's going smoothly. If you're handling the property damage for the clients in a car accident case, then that there's a lot of back and forth. I was actually dealing with a one this week, and Monday through Wednesday, I was on the phone with Geico every single day trying to figure out the property damage. But also the cases are in different stages. So I'd be working on demands, reviewing medical records, trying to negotiate with adjusters, depending on where the case is. It's the newer cases that have come in, you know, within the last 3 months. Those are more of like, let's wait for the medical records, see where we're at, then we'll send a demand letter. But anything older than that, we're already moving forward. We're sending demands, negotiating, trying to get the cases going. And if anything,
chiropractor to respond.
So I mean, but do you have to touch every case every day?
not every day. Not
Every
every day.
day.
No, not every day.
That I do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
every day.
So can you look into that, Cameron? Tell future clients that just because they have an accident, they don't have to go to the hospital right then. They can actually go later.
Oh, here we go. Look, Vince is gonna come up with some like logistics stuff. Go
Well, I'm
ahead,
just
Johnny.
saying that you still get the same police report. You can go to the hospital later. You don't have to go by ambulance, by fire rescue.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying.
And incur the $900 bill.
And incur the $900 bill.
Look,
You know, abusing resources when you're perfectly okay. I know. Look, I know the hustle's coming, but it doesn't have to start in the street going to the hospital. Okay, I just wanted to make that for all my fire rescue people.
where's Bernard Taylor with a spoof right now?
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
It's plenty of that. So you can always go later. You have the same police report.
well, I think there's a stigma too with personal injury cases around car accidents, right?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks, oh, I got hit, I'm immediately entitled to some form of compensation.
$10,000.
However,
That's what they believe.
well, that's the PIP side, right?
Yeah,
Like you can go get treated with your PIP insurance.
Yeah.
You can get the medical care that you need. But if you're in an accident, I've had people call me too. I was in an accident and I feel perfectly fine. Then why are you calling a personal injury attorney? Do you want us to help you with your property damage? Because like sometimes we will just do that for free. We do not charge for property damage. For all of our autos, we handle property. We help them for free. It's not included in anything.
Okay.
Or it is technically included, but we do not charge separately for that.
Okay.
But I'm happy to send a letter if you know your insurance is giving you a hard time. But if you're not injured, if you don't feel any pain whatsoever within 48 hours, 72 hours, then
48
maybe
to 72 hours. I'm sorry. That
no.
means 48 to 72 hours. You don't have to go right. Sorry. That might be a little personal.
It's
Not
all
at
right.
all.
It's
We
okay.
didn't catch that at all, Vince.
Then maybe you are lucky and you are not injured. And that's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is not being hit, being injured, and then fighting for a few $1,000s. Because again, you don't know how much coverage is on these insurance policies.
Right.
So, you know, don't just think, okay, I've been hit, now I get to get paid. No, if you've been hit and you feel bad, then go and get your treatment. Under the Florida PIP statute, you have 14 days to get treatment. Obviously, it is better to go earlier. It's better to go sooner rather than later. You know, let's say you get into a car accident at 10 a.m. By 10 a.m. the next day, you're feeling soreness, you have back pain, your arm doesn't feel right, something, depending on the way the impact happened, go to the doctor, go to an urgent care. That's perfectly acceptable. You'll still get the coverage under your PIP.
We're the podcast twins. I'm Drew. That's Vince. Gold and silver aren't just history, they're security. That's why we partner with Miles Franklin.
And if you just call 952-929-7006 or email them at info@milesfranklin.com, tell them that the podcast twins sent you. You'll get preferred pricing and you'll get very well taken care of by them.
Real talk, real value, Miles Franklin.
Sorry. This is touching my soul in a way today.
But if, on the other side of things, if you have an insane accident,
Go on.
If you have an accident, your car is completely messed up, it's a rollover, it's T-boned, something really high impact, call your attorney immediately.
Yes.
Call me immediately.
There you go.
There's
your call to action.
There
Call
we go.
Jana, right?
Call me.
Right there, hanging upside down in your seatbelt. Before y'all get me out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and call Jana.
Go ahead and call me.
Hey, listen, whatever works. And I've actually had situations like that happen over the past 25 years. Anyway, that's a great thing. And again, personal injury, not your car injury, but personal injury.
Right,
So
right.
that's the focus.
Which again, if you're having issues with your insurance company, I'm more than happy to help you and send a letter. That's really quick for us to do.
Okay.
The letter just kind of helps get the ball rolling because, sometimes they'll put one client to the side, but then a letter comes in from an attorney and they're like, okay.
Does the letter just say, hey, dummies, you better get this right or we're going to sue you? Or
Esquire.
All right. Good enough.
Once the ESQ hits there, it changes the game. So
okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about go to school. Tell me give me a little something about who you are.
All right. Well, I was born and raised here in Florida, South Florida. Been here my whole life with the exception of a few first years when I lived in Belize. And then came back and I went to high school at St. Thomas Aquinas.
Okay.
Go Raiders. And undergrad I did FIU.
Okay.
And I actually had my way to law school is a little different than some people. I know that a lot of attorneys they go to school undergrad, they're poli-sci, they're pre-law, just try to get to law school. I went to school and I was like, I have no clue what I'm going to do with my life.
Okay.
Graduated FIU with my my degree in psych and a minor in criminal justice. Still had no clue what I was doing, but for a year I was a nanny.
Okay.
Then my aunt was a partner at a law firm and she suggested that I go and get my paralegal certificate. So I got my paralegal certificate through, I think it was Boston University's continuing education program.
Go ahead.
And
they didn't write us a check. What are you choosing?
They probably got a team or a rec team or something.
They got a marketing team.
They got a marketing team out there.
I mean, it's a continuing education program, so it's for those of us who don't really know what we want to do, but they have the certificates that we can get so that we can advance in our careers, and it was very helpful because then I went to work as a paralegal.
Okay.
After a year of working as a paralegal, I was like, all right, well, I'm either going to stay doing this or I can just go to law school.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the day that I told my parents I was going to study for the LSAT, actually. They were so happy, but I did not allow them to show it. I walked downstairs to go see them. They were sitting at the table, and I was about to head to Barnes & Noble to go buy one of the Kaplan LSAT prep books or something. And I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to go buy the LSAT prep. I don't want anybody to get excited.
Right.
Don't smile. Don't get happy. I'm going to see what happens, but I'm going to law school. And then I walked out of the house. Later on, they obviously told me they were so excited. They smiled. Yeah.
After you turned around.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, when I've met certain people that have gone the paralegal route, just realized that I'm doing all the work anyway. I might as well go ahead.
Paralegals do a lot.
And get the recognition and get the pay. So paralegals do a lot, but those that don't go the paralegal route first, if you talk to them privately, they'll let you know that that person knows more because you've had those steps. You literally know all of the pre-steps it takes before the law.
Right. You can definitely, I know how to file documents before I started as an attorney.
Yeah. Most attorneys, they can't do all that
I mean,
stuff.
yeah, or they're so far removed from it
That's
because
what I
they
mean.
have the paralegals who do it. But at the beginning, almost all attorneys file by themselves. They file their own documents, unless they go to big law and they have somebody, who does it for them.
Yeah.
It just depends on the size of your firm. But no, I mean, our paralegals are fantastic. My case manager, he's great. I love him. But yeah, so I did the paralegal route, and then
Where'd you go to law school?
Loyola, New Orleans.
Wow. And you actually stayed and graduated.
I know.
That's huge. A lot of folks go to New Orleans and watch out because New Orleans is New Orleans.
You didn't get arrested.
Oh,
you didn't
man,
go.
listen.
You didn't get shot. Like that's pretty good for New Orleans.
I fly to New Orleans to eat.
New Orleans food. Oh my God, it's amazing.
We'll eat for the weekend and come back. That is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, my first semester at law school, so since I did undergrad at home, I would go to school, go to work, go home. So being at Loyola was my first experience away. Okay. So yeah, definitely I had that. You know how people go undergrad their first semester kind of, yeah, definitely had that. A little shaky first semester, but then we put, yeah.
Well, again, it's hard not to have fun in New Orleans.
It is.
In college.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't imagine being 21, 22 years old in New Orleans, like for the whole year.
I was 25, but
25,
still.
even still.
You may not have survived.
Well, yeah, I would have been. Listen, I used to have a hard time driving down there from Jackson State and spending a day down there without. Oh my God, it would burn out. Even now, I'm a grown old ass man, and I go there and I don't sleep. I just
amazing.
hang out all the time.
New Orleans is absolutely amazing.
Having a job where you're, let's say, dealing with 100 cases at a time, you're talking to clients.
She gotta finish her.
Her
road. So you're still on your road. You went to New Orleans. You did Loyola, New Orleans.
Yeah, did Loyola, New Orleans.
At 25.
Right.
And 2 years.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Okay. And
took the bar.
Then what happened? You took the bar there?
No. So Louisiana has their civil code. The rest of us are common law. So when I went there, I didn't think ahead on that side of things. So when I came back to Florida to study for the bar, I had to learn everything for Florida.
Right.
So that was a little bit harder. I'm not ashamed to say I took the bar more than once. The bar is it's a very difficult exam. But while I was studying for the bar, I was looking for a job, and a recruiter reached out to a friend of mine who's an attorney, and she sent her my way. The recruiter put me in touch with my current law firm, and I've been with them ever since.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've stuck by me when I didn't pass, and I had to take it again. Nice. And
because I'm sure they had several people inside of their office that didn't pass the first time. They understood.
Yeah, they understand for sure. I mean, other attorneys, some that still work there, some that don't, they're same with me. Had to take it, 2 times, some 3 times, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to be a great attorney.
Absolutely.
The test it's a game, and it messes with you. It's very stressful because it's everything in your career is writing. Well, at the very beginning is writing on passing this, so you can start. Yeah. And then you realize what real stress is once you become a full-fledged attorney. Right. But when you're studying for the bar and you're like, wait, I need to pass. I need my license. I want to practice. It's very stressful. But
in my world, that's what we call the National Paramedic Exam. That is the dumbest exam in the history of exams because I'm working in Florida. Why do I need to know what the hell they do in Wyoming? It makes no sense.
Is that why you play so much golf? Because you got a stressful job?
I stay stressed all the time. So I have to go to the gym. I have to play golf. These are things that I do to relax my brain.
That's why he doesn't gamble on the golf course, boys and girls.
Definitely won't do that because I don't like to break clubs, and I can easily snap that. So
then it costs you more money.
Yeah, it costs me more money, which is ridiculous. So, wow, you came out good. Then you walked out into a great firm, and they've been taking care of you there.
Yes.
And so, how long before we make partner?
Oh, that's not even. Yeah. I know. It is. I mean, right now I'm working. I'm fighting insurance companies. They're miserable to deal with, but keep working, keep going, and whatever happens, honestly.
It's gotta be tough dealing with, like rubber stamp decliners all day, right?
I mean, it's funny because like Justin, my fiance, he always says that as an attorney, you have somebody on the other side who's preventing you from doing your job, and vice versa.
And they're just as good as you are.
Oh no, the adjusters are not. But
All right, adjusters, tighten your game up.
Progressive adjusters. Ugh, horrible people. I don't hold it against them personally. It's just when they're, they're 9 to 5 or 8 to
Corporate
4.
robots.
They're difficult. But
because that's their one job is to prevent that.
It is. I'm like, it's not your money. Like, why are you holding it like it's your money? It's not. It's the company, and the people have this insurance for a reason.
Because I believe, see, me for one, and I know we've discussed it on the show before. I believe insurance is the biggest Ponzi scheme scam that this country has ever authorized. They make you get insurance for your car. You make you get it. Anything. It's a scam. It's 100% a scam, but it's gone on so long, it's become the norm.
But you need it.
It's like paying taxes. Mm-hmm. It's a scam.
But you need it.
Well, you need it because
everything else is the alternative is so expensive.
It's ridiculous. Full replacement. Look, my wife's car got hit last year. Broke my heart because car was paid for. It was in mint condition. It was close. I was already like, okay, I'm gonna go get a car because that car is perfect, ready to go. Hit and run, bam.
Oh no!
But turns out that according to the agent and according to how things went, because they ran the value of the vehicle, we were able to get the highest value because there was no other company fighting to, say we'll pick the middle car. Because from my understanding, you can tell me they pick the bad, the medium, the high, as far as what meets your car.
Yeah, they kind of use like a Kelley Blue Book and see on the low end, a high end, where it is.
And they want to offer the middle, but because they were able to go back and see that the car was, even the seats, the tires, and all that stuff was in great condition, which it was. Breaks my heart. But there was no company to fight us back, so we was able to get the higher amount, as opposed to getting that offered, to fight it out. And it still sucks because right now, anytime if your car gets tapped now, they want to demolish the car. Nobody wants to fix anything.
It's very true. I've gotten a lot of clients who've been in accidents where it doesn't seem like it's a lot of damage.
Total.
And they total it because the problem is the car's going to be deemed a total loss when the value of the car is less than what it's going to cost to repair it. Yeah. So we have a lot of older models on the road, which is perfectly fine. People take care of their vehicles, but that's what happens. Yeah. And then also always have comp and collision on your insurance policy. Always. And I know it's a pain to go through your own, but always just go through your own. It's so much faster.
Yeah. And that's what we wound up doing because there was no company to fight. So it was progressive, but they took care of us.
That's great.
We went right through it, no problem. But I think that they total it because they got to deal with these co-parts and these other junk dealers, piece dealers, and they're getting them and retitling them and putting them back out. I'm like, wait a minute, that car was just totaled. Listen, it's all relationship financial scams.
Well, in your policies, you should have the option if you wanted to get your own appraisal for the vehicle. You can always choose to have somebody come out and look at it if you don't agree with the insurance company's decision.
I mean, my car, I knew they did it. There was no way I was going to be able to keep that car on the road, being as though it was already 7 years, turning 7, and the amount of damage that they did, I knew it wasn't going to happen, even though the mileage was low and the car was good, but it just wasn't going to pay dividends. So I went from no car payments to 2. Yay.
Well, I went to the dealership last week to drop off my car just for an oil change. And I mean, look, I drive an insane amount of miles every single day, right? Like I live in Weston. My office is downtown Miami. I'm in the office at almost if not every day, almost every single day, because there are times that I'm like doing this. I'm not in the office, or I'm trying to, part of networking groups and whatnot. But I drive almost every single day. So my car was 4 years old with 95,000 miles.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to take it for an oil change. And they called me and they were like...
Tell me that wasn't the first oil change.
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check. I know people to do that.
Wow.
No, my father would never let me get away with that.
Pops, I appreciate
he takes care of his... He was driving a 2007 4Runner up until maybe 2 years ago.
My man.
Yeah,
good.
he took care of that car.
There you go.
He took care
And
of
nobody
it.
hit it like your wife.
Nobody hit it.
Nobody
And
hit
it was beautiful too. Like the redesigns and stuff on the 4Runners now, they're very big.
Yeah.
But the one, like the old one, the model
Yeah.
he had, it was like the sporty 4Runner. You
There
know,
you go.
it was such a beautiful car.
Like you see the smile she put on
Yeah.
the face on the 4Runner, that's a good thing.
But yeah, so
Okay.
I took
So
my
you-
car in
in.
for service, and they called me and they were like, "Hey, your car's 4 years old. Do you want an appraisal?" And so I was like, "You know what? You can deal with my fiance. Go for it." Because I told him, I was like, "They want to, you know, maybe trade it in." He's like, "Well, let's see what we can do." And as we're negotiating, I dropped it off on Tuesday. On Thursday, they sent me back my car, which has not had any issues whatsoever. Suddenly, out of nowhere, needed $9,000 worth of service.
Oh, yeah. See, the
Oh,
scam is on.
man.
So,
Yeah.
Well,
So
Nick bought a car last week because he had the same kind of similar thing. Is like
Really?
they wanted to charge him like $2,000 or something,
see,
and he wound up getting a new car.
Yeah.
instead.
it's the scam. I mean, that's what you do. So
well,
what I do is I take that vehicle somewhere else, don't say a word about it, and just let them run the thing, and they're like, "Oh, car's in great condition."
well, I
And-
mean, I drive 90. My car's on 95,000
That's
miles,
brand
and
new.
Justin was
But
able to
that's
negotiate, so I
nothing.
did get a new car.
In today's
So you're getting a
world-
car? Is
I
that-
already got one.
You
yeah.
already got a car.
I already
all
got
right.
it.
In
Yeah.
today's world, your car is not broken into 100,000 miles. In today's world,
I don't
you
know,
can
man. They're
easily-
making them functionally obsolete
But-
too. So there's
If you
it's a
take it-
balance.
If you do the basics, I'm telling you that my old Mazda 6 is still running. It's got probably 180,000 miles on it. It's a 2015. That thing is everything else is going to happen to it. That thing is running like a top. It sounds like a sewing machine. Beautiful. But again, if you take, I remember in the days back then, they wouldn't even finance a car after 75,000 miles. You couldn't finance a car.
Damn,
Period.
you are old, Vince.
As hell. But they would not finance a car. Now they're offering you a 10-year car payment option. 10 years.
That's
They
a
wouldn't
long.
finance it after 75.
That's a long time to pay a
75,000.
car.
Now they're
man.
offering you 10 years.
Well, that's because cars are so expensive.
I get that.
Exactly.
But I mean, like after hearing Jana talk about, you know, all these cars getting hit
Yeah.
and working on 100 cases, why would you buy a new car in South Florida? You got to go get your head examined to buy it. You should get a used car, right,
the
Jana?
used
Like,
car
because
market-
otherwise someone's going to tap it
but-
and they're going to be like, oh, it's
I'm going
totaled.
to go buy her
But as Vince
95,000
said,
mile car.
but as he said, some people aren't changing their oil
Yeah.
for 4 years.
which happens. So, look, the used car market is a shot in the dark. Okay, it is what we do. So you have to take a shot. But my thing is, again, with the way they're tapping cars and demolishing them, at an average car payment of $700 a month. That's average. That's why these kids are struggling. You know, there's no more go get a car for $2,500 and it's a good car. You get a car for $2,500, that's the equivalent of what you used to pay $150 for back in the day. It might get you through the summer.
It needs
it's gonna die.
$6,000 worth of work.
It's gonna die.
You got to work on it every day.
Eight grand worth of. You better be a mechanic.
You better be a
You
mechanic.
better go to,
And-
ABC Institute and learn how to be a
That's it.
mechanic
So go
or
ahead and
something,
let's go back to pushing trade schools again. Let's go get it. But seriously,
Trades are dying.
that is what's happening. And you're looking, so even the mechanics that I use, they specialize in keeping older cars on the road. They're telling their clients, hey, don't get rid of this car.
I learned that the state of Florida gives out these massive grants to teach young men and women how to do all those trades, mechanic, HVAC, like we're trying really hard to get more tradespeople in South. I mean, we
Well,
have
yeah, 'cause trades
construction
are
going
dying
on
out.
everywhere. You look around, there's a crane on every corner,
Yeah,
which is
that's-
great for Jana because that means more people are living here and that means there's more traffic. And she's got a whole bunch more
Listen,
clients. You
I
got a
would-
client-rich
No, man,
environment.
look, I would happily take
Less
everybody who moved here to go back. Less traffic, okay? I have nothing against people. Just get off the road.
Jana says there's plenty of business without you.
Exactly.
We don't need you. All right,
Oh my
got
God.
it.
Yesterday it took me 2 hours to get to work I left my house at 9:34. We got there at 11:21.
So you're not even driving in
And
rush
then
hour.
not even rush hour. And then I left the office yesterday because my fiance works a block from me, so we carpool a lot. He left his office at 5:18. He said, "I'm driving to you." I'm a block from him. He didn't get to me till 5:40.
Wow.
You guys see that guy on TikTok that
Wow.
said that he made it from Boca to Miami in 20 minutes and there's a bunch of people trolling him? Have you seen this?
I have not seen that.
So there's a bunch of people. Miami's not even 20 minutes from Miami.
Was it 4 a.m.?
If you didn't have a helicopter, I don't want to hear it.
Well,
not even the Brightline.
Helicopter only.
There may or may not have been a time in my life.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, but you're talking about 20 years ago, before we had the influx of population.
Also may or may not
have been at 4 a.m.
3:30.
Yeah, of course it will. Here we go.
May or may not have, and there may or may not have been a Mustang involved. I'm not sure. But those numbers are challengeable.
Sure.
Those numbers are challengeable. I'm just allegedly. I should have worn my allegedly t-shirt. Allegedly.
Oh, you should have. That would have been perfect.
Yes. I
feel like you should just wear that shirt all the time. Like every episode.
It's going to be my standard shirt. You get them in every color. But yeah, I mean, look, it can happen. It just has to it's the perfect scenario. No troopers, the right vehicle, and the right time of day, which is usually about a 45-minute window between 3:45 and 4:15.
So we kind of took a weird turn on
this
thing, man. We got personal injury covered. We got fire trucks covered.
Now we're
now we're on to cars.
Promoting.
So what's your new car? What's your new car?
It's just I had an X3. I just upgraded to the 2026 X3.
Okay.
X3.
All right. I like it.
It's beautiful.
I do like those. Beautiful. But okay, so I got pulled off of there. I'm sorry. I probably took us off the road.
But look, even at 4 o'clock in the morning, there's still traffic.
There is. Yeah. I mean, because I used to be out there at that time of morning, quite often, but not as much lately. But
if you're a police officer, Vince was not speeding. He just made up that story for entertainment purposes only.
Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. So, especially having a lawyer right here. Y'all gonna have to talk to my lawyer here.
No, that's why we have lawyers here. We need somebody to keep us out of hot water, man. Are you kidding me?
I stay in lukewarm water already.
That's why you need attorneys on speed dial, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. But so what's the next move for you in your career? You were talking about the networking aspect as far as handing out cases to like business cards.
Mm-hmm.
What about you personally? What's your personal goal in the law game? What do you want to do with your career?
To be honest with you, I'm very happy with where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of more focused on what's next, not my career mainly, but in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting married in November. And so the next steps for me would be family is what I hope comes along, God willing.
Mm-hmm.
If that means I can slow down on work and, maybe lower my caseload, but stay at Goldberg and Rosen, just so that I have the flexibility, because they're so flexible. Like it's so great to be at a firm where everybody has kids and they know that, kids get sick, kids have school events, they have performances, or somebody's a room mom and like they have to go to the school for a few hours. They're very, very flexible and they understand the family dynamic. So I love where I am right now with work, and I just hope to stay with them long term in order to keep that flexibility and honestly just keep helping people the way that I have been. And if I can slow down but still refer to Goldberg and Rosen, and still work on my cases, then that would be perfect. Maybe I'll handle the pre-litigation side and just give another attorney at my office my case, and they can handle the litigation side, so that I can lower some hours in the future. That would be fantastic.
Well, you just put it out there in the universe right now, so all of that's going to happen.
That's the right amount of balance.
So you got the wedding coming up here in November.
Oh, don't tell Vince where you're getting married, because then you'll have 2 wedding crashers instead of just me.
I think I have like 10 wedding crashers.
Oh, I'm definitely crashing this wedding for sure.
Hello.
Tuscany. Oh, sorry. My bad. I coughed.
Yeah, so we'll be there. We'll be broadcasting live
from Tuscany.
Wait, is it by any chance around November 4th?
Yeah.
November 7th.
Oh, my birthday week. My birthday
There you
week.
go. So
November
listen,
7th.
we have plans in November. But
Podcast Twins is traveling to Italy.
Live. We're coming to you live. Hey, we've come live.
Vince likes our on location.
Yeah,
episodes.
I love being going on location. So okay, that's good. So you're looking at marriage, kids, and the flexibility of the
firm.
office. So how many kids we going with?
3, 4.
Okay. Old school mom here. I like that.
I thought she was going to say 7 for something.
Yeah, my mom the other day said 6. I was like, Mom, calm down.
3 or 4, that's a good amount of kids.
That's good for a woman in today's world.
That's 3 to 4 times the normal right now.
Right,
so,
it's like 1.
And that's it. Maybe 2.
There are too many only children. They got issues, man.
I love it.
I love it.
And that's why you work hard early so these things can manifest later on.
If you're an only child, tell us your issues in the comments. Is that where we're going with this? If you're an only child and you have no issues, prove us wrong.
She's going to refer you to a family attorney if you have only child issues.
Only child syndrome.
So she's going to refer you. She has a great referral program already set up. No, that's good, man. That's great. So what else do you do for fun?
So, okay, my big way to de-stress is yoga. I love yoga. There's a woman on
I eat yogurt too.
There's a woman on YouTube who I watch her videos. I follow her, Yoga with Adrienne. She's fantastic, a wonderful instructor, and it's a great way to decompress, honestly.
Okay.
I'll go to the gym with my fiance, and recently, I know that it started in COVID for me. I was rollerblading and stuff because I know everybody was not allowed to be around people.
Trying to get outside.
Yeah.
Just trying to get outside.
We bought rollerblades and stuff. And recently, because the weather changed, I mentioned it to my fiance. I was like, oh my God, we should go rollerblading. And so we got him a pair of rollerblades, and we started also rollerblading a couple times a week over at Weston Regional Park because they have one of the rinks.
Oh no, I know that. I've been there.
Yeah.
Very nice park when it comes to. Look, I had rollerblades, and it was awesome. After I almost killed myself the first couple days, but once you get the whole of it, man, I was able to get up and down to the park and get back around there. But I did see that park is full. I got family over that way too, and that's a beautiful park. So
it's always
rollerblading is awesome. Now, me and yoga, we have a love-hate relationship. I love it as soon as it's over, but right in the heart of that process, I'm like, it's just not meant for me to, be under and do.
You mean you're not as flexible as we think you are?
I mean, I used to be very flexible, but as we talked about Doc and Rihanna's episode, I have some flexibility issues these days, and it's not that I can get in there, but they want to stay there for like a half hour.
But there's the misconception with yoga. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to.
Oh, no, I'm damn sure not perfect.
No, but if people go in there and they think, okay, well, I can't get into this pose, then, but everybody's body is different. There are poses I definitely can't do. And I mean, I go through ups and downs with yoga right now. I've been more on a down. I've been more gym and skating than I have been with yoga. But there was a time where I was doing yoga every single day because the instructor that I follow, she does a 30-day challenge in January usually. Okay. So I started off with a 30-day challenge doing yoga every day, and then it just kind of fell into a routine for me. And I was doing it for a while, almost every single day. But at first, I could barely even do a proper downward dog. Like it takes time for your body to know what to do and like how to get there. And
well, I just want to get to the point because I hear people talking about they do it for relaxation. I'm like, I can't relax because I'm frustrated because I can't do it.
But that happens. But remember, it's going to take time for your body to be able to get into those positions. And the longer you hold the positions, the faster you'll get there. You just can't be in pain. If you're in pain, you got to adjust.
Yeah, let's tell Vince in terms that he cares about. It'll make you better at golf.
Right now, I'm just trying to be getting better at curling. You know, because I'm watching these Olympics, man. I'm watching them in that squat down position and let that go. I'm like, that's a hell of a lunge position.
I forgot the Olympics was even
Oh my
on,
goodness, there we
man.
go.
I watched some curl. I watched a little curling at lunch the other day.
Okay.
But that was because it was on at
but that is a yoga position. If I ever seen one right there, you know,
with the leg.
I got a yoga story for you.
Tell us your yoga story.
So in 2012, I was getting divorced from my wife, my first wife.
Who you divorced,
and I was in a networking group, and the prettiest girl in the networking group, after I got divorced, invited me to go to hot yoga with her.
Absolutely, I'm on my way.
In July.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it's a bunch of pretty women. You'll love it. That was her selling point. Yeah. So I was like, okay, fine.
On the way.
So I've never done yoga before. It's July. It's 99 degrees with 100% humidity out. I go into the hot yoga studio in Davie, Ellen's, I think it's called.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And the crazy Australian instructor guy is there, and you know, like she was saying, like Jana was saying, like I was working out twice a day, so I had no flexibility at all.
Okay.
Right, because I wasn't stretching.
Not doing
I was just working out because I was stressed because I was in the middle of a divorce, right? So you could either drink a lot or go to the gym. I happened to go to the gym.
Or combo that.
Or you could do both. So, and there might have been some drinking, allegedly also, but...
You probably had a 500 milligrams of bucket on.
I don't know what that is. So... So I go in, I barely make it like through the warm-up of this thing, and I'm like dying. But I poured out, 6 million gallons of sweat. And when I went outside, it felt cold outside to me, despite being 99 degrees and, top humidity, 120% humidity. So that was my first experience. But then I loved it. I took an amazing ice cold shower and like the best nap of all time.
Yeah.
That's why after yoga, even when I just do regular yoga, I will go and take a cold shower afterwards because it is fantastic.
Yeah, and that nap after that cold shower, I felt like euphoric. And then I fell asleep, and I still felt amazing when I woke up.
Wow.
So it can be addictive. It's kind of like the sauna plus stretching. Yeah. It's crazy.
But usually a lot of times when you come out of hot yoga, it usually ends in the rescue truck.
No. Oh, see, I didn't have any rescue truck problems.
Have you take on to get people from hot yoga?
What?
Really?
What?
No, wow. Like that often?
Often enough. Often enough.
What, are they passing out from the heat?
Yes.
Oh.
They're in there working or
Jana wanted to say what wusses right there. I could feel it. She was like, "What a bunch of wusses." Yeah, no comment.
But like if you're feeling bad, step out. Nobody's forcing you to be there the whole time.
So don't die. That's her advice.
It's literally every single workout class you go to. You're not forced to be there. If you need to walk out, walk out. Nobody else cares what you're doing. Everybody is there for themselves.
Everybody else is probably in there like, I was just trying to survive the damn thing, right? I mean, I wasn't paying attention to anything around
when
me.
I started Orange Theory when I was living in New Orleans because I needed to do something and I hated the gym at school. And there were times where I would just stand there. Everybody's doing their own thing going. I had just started Orange. Like it's high intensity. So sometimes I would just stand or sit there when I was on the weight floor and I'd just be like, I need a minute. Nobody cares what you're doing. Okay. Just don't push yourself if you
don't push too hard.
Too hard.
As your attorney, Jana would like to advise you
don't injure yourself.
To not get killed at yoga. Don't call Vince to come get you.
We don't want to sue your yoga place.
No.
So let's not do that. But no, listen, that was an experience. Well, we've had one lady who maybe having a nutritional issue, but she had gotten so relaxed that her hip just
popped out. Wow.
She might also have been a little protein deficient. She was a little bitty nothing, but because it does the heat and everything gets her so relaxed, she was like, yeah, but it's happened before. She kept trying to put it back in. I'm like, okay, you're a gangster. You are a true gangster. I'm
That
like,
just
well,
made me feel very uncomfortable.
it was uncomfortable watching her be uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, don't take me to the hospital. All right, you got 3 minutes.
You just made Jana's hip hurt.
Yeah, you
telling
did.
the story.
You got 3 minutes.
Got a
If you
little-
can't get that thing in, we got to get you in the hospital. And it was crazy. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah. So me and hot yoga, I do the ice bath, do my workout, and finish in the sauna.
Start with the ice.
Start with ice.
How important is nutrition for you with what you do and being a yogi and traveling and doing all the other
And
stuff?
working.
And
I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the best when it comes to food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie at all. The other day, 2 days ago at work, I looked up, it was like 3 or 4, and I was like, I haven't eaten.
Intermittent fasting, we call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But then
intermittent fast.
But then I'm like, oh, I have a bag of salt and vinegar chips in my drawer, so I'm gonna eat my salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
So is forgetting to eat a woman thing?
It's not forgetting. Honestly,
Like-
it's not even realizing how like the time has gone by because you're so busy. It's
And you
not
don't
that
have
you
hunger
forget.
pains?
Exactly, you don't.
Yeah.
Because you're so wrapped up in what you're doing.
Okay.
Laser focus zone
so that-
working.
Or you're hungry and then you're just so busy because that
That
happens.
you forget you're hungry?
And not that you forget, but like it passes.
Okay.
It does
Yeah.
pass. That's happened to me before too. If
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a client or something and it's like 1:30 and I'm hungry, but I'm still dealing with them, then I have to talk to the partner about something or have a meeting or I have to jump into something else. And then by the time the end of the day comes, it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
I'm glad that you
Salt and vinegar chips.
I'm glad
Salt,
that
that's
she
my go-to.
explained it because
Yeah.
my wife's been trying to explain this to me for like 13 years.
And I'm sure she's told you the same
And,
thing.
No, I don't know. I don't know about it. I guess we'll find out when she watches this and she'll say something about it.
She'll be like, this is exactly how I explained it to you.
Damn it. I'm
Busy,
screwed.
it's good.
Edit that part out, Kirsten.
But there's a thing about if you're intermittent fasting purposefully or non-purposeful and you're doing it under stress, it actually works in reverse.
Right.
So if you're intermittent fasting on purpose and you're in a non-stressful situation, you do get all of that benefit. But if you're stressed and hungry, your cortisol level can go
for sure.
all
And
the way.
those nights when it's caused by stress that I accidentally intermittent fast, I will have salt and vinegar chips, cereal, anything I can find. I'm a big cereal person too.
Once the cortisol goes up, you want
Sugar.
you want something crunchy, sweet, salty, and everything just stays. It really just becomes finds a home.
Not to mention sugar and addictive chemicals and all the other
Exactly.
stuff, right? But anyway,
Exactly.
we're not going there.
That's why. What's one of the chips? Like you can't have just one.
Can't have
No,
just
you
one.
can't because
We're
of all
not
the chemicals.
advertising. We're not.
That's why I didn't say their name. I can't even remember the name.
Don't even remember that damn name.
It doesn't matter. We ridiculously, incessantly make fun of them. They're not giving us any money. Don't worry, Vince. Doritos is not on the other line and getting ready to sponsor us. Trust me.
They might, man, because they might be talking about coming out with a protein chip that we might have to
A
debunk.
protein chip.
Kirfton's waving at us right now. He's saying Doritos is on the phone.
They're on the phone. All right.
It's their legal counsel. We need Jana right now.
There we go.
Jana, write him a letter.
Us out to the
Jana, write him a letter. He's chooches.
So is there
my
anything you would
God.
like to tell our people about anything being a personal injury attorney? What good advice would you give all those good people outside right now?
Well, you know your body. If something happens to you, don't delay. I know, earlier I said, if 24 hours later, go to urgent care, that's fine. If something is wrong, obviously seek treatment, go see a doctor. And if you need help with anything, just call me. I can talk to you. I have no problems at all. I get calls all the time from people who just need guidance. 'Cause
I
some
was
people
one of those
don't
people, I
know.
remember at one point. So,
But
it's
other
true.
people also don't know because some things overlap. They're like, oh, does this fall under this kind of law? Is it this one? And I can guide you in the right direction. Or if I can't, I'm sure I have somebody who can help.
So what's the best way for them to contact you?
Well, you can reach me at my number at Goldberg and Rosen, 305-395-4469, or shoot me an email at jana@goldbergandrosen.com, and everything is spelled out.
Boom.
And there you have it.
There you have
Thank
it.
you guys for having
Well,
me.
No,
appreciate
thank you for coming. This
Thank
was
you
a
so
true
much.
pleasure. Next time we have you, we'll have to be in a park learning yoga.
Yeah, they will prepare for that next time.
100%.
I was working this morning. I
No,
ran out of
it's
the
all
house
good.
and I was just like, oh my God.
Vince and I make ourselves available on Saturday mornings all the time for that kind of stuff.
That's
So
what we'll do.
Vince loves On Location, where you can get treated by Ariana or
just get all the stuff.
whatever he can do outside of the Twin Cave, he's happy to do it. So
I like adventure.
It makes life fun.
It makes life
It makes
fun.
life a lot of
We
fun.
got out there and she stuck those. Anyway, it was great. Go back and watch that episode. It's doing very well, matter of fact. So let's go ahead and drive some more people. This episode is going to do very well because I know a lot of people who need these type of attorneys. So anyway, I just want to remind you once again, if you enjoy what we do, click the subscribe button. Always hit share, send it to somebody else who might need it.
eat some steak and turn off the TV, and we'll catch you next week on Podcast Twins.
We're going to eat steak right now. Peace.